All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Lobby B of Regionals Fortnite here at XP League. We're going to be covering three matches of our Lobby B and seeing how these players stack up against our Lobby A as well. Taking a look at the overview of the map, we can see some players still gliding in here at the top right portion of our map. And then we'll take a look at Brawlers Battleground, where we see some teams fighting here off the start. Justin, Sage, Condog. Justin's down. Sage is also. Condog left all onto him, and it seems like he's just making his way out of the location, tucking tail and running rampant out of here. He does not want to take these fights any longer, just really choosing to rotate out. Doesn't want to get eliminated or have his squad eliminated too early in this match. But speaking of being eliminated, these players are looking to do so over here at Pleasant Piazza. Reflex, Wolf, RWX, and Squidzer crouching their way around here, looking for an angle. They hear footsteps above them. They don't want to get too aggressive just yet. They want to wait for these players to run into them. These doors, they might have been heard opening though. See Squidzer just right outside of this door. Pan over to his POV, he's just chalking in the corner. I don't know if they see him just yet, but now they strike. Squidzer trying to find the damage, not able to do so. RW tucks tail, runs away. Wolf still in this fight though, staying in this room, looking for this damage, creating some piece control in between himself and his teammates. RWX now groups back up with Wolf. These players have to be careful of one another, and it looks like Wolf, again, using the same strategy, trying to stick on the inside of this building, not letting these players know exactly where he is, but they're right above him, and he just realizes it in time. As I say that, though, RWX is taken down. Wolf now all alone in here, throws some clingers in between, finds some tags, and uses that shockwave eventually to rotate out. Again, a similar story for these squads. Two of their teammates eliminated, and they just need to survive in this match. So they rotate out, they play their lives. They don't choose to fight any longer. Again, taking a look back at the map here, we still have a spread of about 70 teams throughout. And not too many looking to fight each other. Wolf, though, he might be pressured here again, though. Going to be put to the test. Players right on him. No mats remaining on his inventory. He has a shotgun to work with. Just trying to jump into these players. Doesn't realize he has no mats. Takes a chunk of shield damage. Teleports away, but the player's right near him. And Wolf will be taken down. Pippin rocks, the one to do so with Awkwards and Zaori. There we go. Anyway, taking a look at the rest of the map here, we can take a decent look. It looks like Zombie Venger is in a very similar situation here. A solo running away, trying to keep his team in this game, and Pinkie Pie is eliminated, so it's all on to Zombie Venger. It's just a solo, and only starting out as a duo in this match is so difficult to make a play to survive with your team. Looks like there might be a fight over here at Snooty Steeps with Drixie beginning to rotate out now. Player's hot on his tail, though. 75 HP, no heals remaining. That firebending ability, a shotgun, and an AR to use. 32 mats remaining. Needs that ramp behind him. Doesn't place it, though. And that rock bending ability just breaking into his box. Drixie. Oh, a nice shot there. He would find an opening. But how much more can he do? How much more can you expect him to do? A 1v3, and Titles eventually will clean him up. A-switch and broken there to support as well. But Titles, 2 eliminations in this match thus far, and giving his team an early start. Taking a look back at the map here once again. See some fights going out here on the edge of zone. It looks like that's LT Gamer, Ryzen, and Small Monkey. And they will find it onto Jadix. And on the Inzuko. Eventually rotating out of zone here. They have to be careful about taking too much damage here. A lot of teams in our previous lobby were getting stuck in zone and forced to take these storm fights, or forced to take fights as soon as they got out of storm, just leading to a lot of difficult lobbies. We'll take a look around here at the map, exactly what's going down. Grim Gate might be looking to have some pressure on it. Wolfman, Zoki, and XPLFC1 on the outskirts of it. They spot some players around, and I think they're playing cautious of it. They had that sniper to work with, and shots just not landed straight away. But you can see now they're looking to do some damage. Now they're looking to take this fight, and they can see these teams rotating out and looking to jump on top of them. That's Pizza Master. That's Xavier. But Pizza Master actually gets sniped here. Has to be careful about running out in the open, especially with snipe shots coming behind you. 60 HP remains. And we'll see Pizza Master start to put some builds behind him. See that teleport going to be used, but Pizza Master solo on HP will eventually be dropped, and E-Money and Xavier have to leave him behind if they want to survive here. Or at least that's what it feels like, as Pizza Master does get cleaned up. Wolfman and Zoki will find that elimination. Now they'll just teleport their way back into zone here. This river, just such a useful way to rotate, and it gives you those skulls to use afterward. Especially if you want to jump on teams, especially if you want to get away from a team. It'd be such a useful ability. Raging Goat taking some damage here. Maybe running into a fight. Jake is nice and awesome. Ian there to back him up. It looks like they just might have finished up a fight. 24 teams remain, 64 players in total. Just jumping around the map here, looking for any kind of opening. Any information they can gather as well is so important in these scenarios. Getting yourself centralized on the map and knowing exactly where players are can be so useful in these scenarios. Again, a lot of these teams just spread out. Nobody really looking to aggress too hard. We'll see who those heavy hitters are later in this match, who is looking to continue to aggress on these teams. So I'm sure there's a squad looking to do so. Hype and Rocks actually, though, taking quite a bit of damage here. Awkward's here on the edge. Awkward's so low on HP, and eventually Dark Shadow will find that elimination. Pancake Ninja and Elite Jackie Wacky there to clean up. Just on the outskirts of Pleasant Piazza. Find a nice little refresh of loot here. Maybe the team going for a refresh. We only saw 2 players there alive. Now it looks like Bash is getting a little aggressive in the chat here. So there's a fight down here, and yeah, Bash, Ness Assassin, Sizzles. Looking to get aggressive here. Bash only on 100 HP though. Has to be careful about aggressing too much onto these fights without having the proper health. You see that water bending used to get some damage here, but Bash actually almost goes down. A little bit of a misplay there, misstepped, falls off the builds, and his life is almost taken as a result. But you can see Ness Assassin working into this fight, using that car to do so, trying to chase down some of these players, and Sizzles is actually going to be able to do so. It's going to find that elimination on to Forever. Bash, Sizzles, Ness Assassin. They'll find 5 eliminations here at the start of the match. A great start for this team, and only on 3rd zone, so they have a lot more time if they want to continue to aggress on these teams and continue to show some presence in this match. Looking around here, though, a few teams squaring off as we go into zone. One player maybe running in. Zero strike. Oh, I don't know if he was spotted out there, but he definitely didn't want to be. Now just trying to run away from this fight. Doesn't realize the team is still around that location. You can see him just trying to hide behind this rock, but I think they know. I think they heard his location. They're just going to drop on him a 0 strike. He is eliminated. Not even a chance to shoot back. And Ness Assassin, Bash, and Sizzles will clear out the remaining players on that squad quickly. Taking a look back at the map here, though, we can see exactly what some of these teams are doing to aggress Small Monkey, Gamer, PC, and Ryzen. Just trying to maybe find some aggression here, but Small Monkey taken down. They're looking to get this res off, but Gamer, he's trying to stay alive for a while. You're trying to find this damage, building pillars around him, trying to create this space, but he's not going to be able to do so. They just spray through every piece of cover that he puts up. And Gage is the one to do it. Gage, Slats, and not you. My pronunciation is terrible, but we'll see what these players can do as they continue in this match. Ryzen, he's rotated off now, uses that car to do so. And for now, he'll escape. But it doesn't look like Not's done here. We'll take a look at just being Gary, J-Man, and Colossus, who are in the bottom of this pit. It seems like they're stuck in here, and it looks like Void Monkey might want to get aggressive on this fight. See all players just around this position, looking to place maybe a wall there. They had the piece control. They've allowed them to get it, and J-Man, they have to be careful about giving them too much space here. It's going to be about who can hit these shots first, and Void Monkey, they do some damage. They get some shots off, and look at that. J-Man dropped. Now, Void Monkey very low. Still winnable in this situation. Void Monkey needs to find these shots, and he will. J-Man brought down along with Yuji and Colossus. You'll see Void Monkey going to get Shred Cheese back up. Hawkosaurus Rex there to support as well. And look at all the loot they can grab out of this. All those mythic, all those purple weapons that they can upgrade. And oh, maybe a misplay there from Void Monkey, but eventually is able to pop those shields and get them back up. They will capitalize on all that loot. Some good plays coming out from them. Now Rice, Noah, Adrian. Maybe in a difficult situation of their own. They're going to get the res inside of the zone, so maybe being knocked there initially, and they might actually run out onto Ryzen here. See the impulses coming out. Not looking to take that fight, though. Just looking to make their way into zone instead, and they have to be careful. Zone's actually going to start pulling here once again. It's going to start to rotate in, and Rice very low. Zone pulling. Should make it in time, but going to be very low HP, and you don't want to be in this spot if you're Rice. But Chug Splashes will be useful. The campfire as well, and you'll see them stoking it, giving that little bit more of a heal ability towards it. These splashes, though, they can put out the fire, so you got to be careful about using them around it. You can see Elite Colossus, Elite 24K Gold rotating in the water there. So many players around this position. JS Noah, I think he just passes up on a team. Just narrowly gets past them, and see him using that launch pad to get to zone here. Just on the edge, though. Gonna rotate in. Maybe some more fights going down here. Pancake Ninja, Dark Shadow, and Elite Jackie Wacky. Just below a team and playing slow. That's Zoki above him. There's a squad in there. Just gonna move past for now. They might actually run into a separate squad out here. Void Monkey, Hawkosaurus Rex, and Shred Cheese looking for some shots here. Just narrowly missing, but the SMGs, they come out and they flood bullets on the scene. Void trying to get some high ground here, trying to create some space for his team and opponents. But now Shred Cheese taking down Hawkosaurus Rex as well. Shred Cheese solo in this fight. Void Monkey just trying to stay alive, trying to give his teammates a little bit of momentum back in this fight. And he's stuck in a cone for now, and I don't know if they realize it. And it looks like he's going to pop out of that cone. He finds that elimination. But he's got to be careful. Teammates are there to trade him back, and they will. Wolfman will go down, but Zoki and XBLFC 1 will find those eliminations and add to their tally, now bringing it up to 4. Zoki, the spearhead of the squad, finding those eliminations and leading his team in them. Some other teams towards the edge of the zone here. Foxy JJ, Superstar, and Easy FV. using those wind-bending abilities. Looking around the map here, trying to find those snipe shots, but just narrowly missing Superstar. Looking down below here. Trying to find these players around them. Searching in the water, trying to hit the shot, not going to be able to do so. These players just not looking to aggress any further. They don't want to rotate too far out of zone. A lot of what you can do is just wait for that team that's below you to rotate back in. Again, look at these wind-bending abilities. Look how easy it is to maneuver around these mountains. You can easily just climb over any of this terrain. It's just such a useful ability in these lobbies. Superstar just not able to land that shot, but you can see them pretty confident in taking some shots above where these clouds are. And there it is, Superstar finally nailing one of them. Damage is dealt. They can just take their time, play around these mountains. Like I said, maneuver them as easy as you like, especially with those wind-bending abilities. And it looks like it's going to be kind of a mountainous terrain towards the end of this match. But Sage, Condog, and Justin, they were brought down earlier in this match. Luckily, Condog survived, and now looking to make their way back into it. Looking to put their presence into this match yet again. And you see those bending abilities coming out. Justin has to be careful, though. Instead, going to take a different route into here. Trying to take this roof. Won't be able to do so straight away, but Justin still breaking through, and his teammates going to help out. Going to look to close the gap, and they will. Justin, Sage, and Condog up to 4 eliminations of their own, even after a tricky start where 2 of Justin's teammates were eliminated. Again, taking a look back at the map here, we'll see some of these teams towards the edge of zone here. Kringle, Cincy, Nexus. Sitting here on the edge. I'm not sure if... Oh, it looked like Zappo was a part of the team, but it was just the AI for a second. I thought there was a teaming situation going on, but my mistake. Instead, we'll see Kringle maybe look to aggress onto Zappo and his squad. And near this squad in builds, their AI just going to sit outside of it, but eventually maybe join them inside. We'll see what these teams are doing. Looks like A-Dog, a solo, might just be jumped on here. Players jumping into his box, and yeah, he will be eliminated. Elite 24k gold, and his other teammate will be taken out. Zoki, along with XBLF C1 and Wolfman. We've seen them aggress on squads. They're obviously taking advantageous fights against solos, and they're doing a great job of finding these. Look at how many players are in zone, though. Cincy, they find it onto Killer Bots, but they're stuck in zone. And look how much it's going to tick for. They got to make it out at this point. It will eventually get out, but difficult situation. You can see how many teams are up on this Mount Olympus. They don't want to play on that low ground. They'd rather play towards this high ground location. Just so many teams scattered around this position. Xavier, a solo. You can hear all the players around him. Volt the Gojo in the same similar position, and actually players very near him, but they won't spot him out just yet. 7 HP remains for Volt the Gojo. Doesn't seem likely that he makes it too much further in this match, especially on that HP. But Pancake Ninja, Dark Shadow, and Elite Jackie Wacky, they have good positioning. 5 eliminations here, and they have some decent loot to boot. And we'll see exactly how they can play this end game. Half and half being pulled now. These teams already rotated here. A great job for these teams to be frontside rotators. We can see how it actually breaks down on the map. We can see a nice view of it here as to where these teams are. And it looks like there actually might be a fight going on for Nexus and his squad. Climbing up these builds. Maybe working their way in further to zone. All right, hello and welcome back to our second match of Lobby B Week 1 of Regionals. And we're going to be taking a look at these teams as they drop in. Some fights going down early on here. It's Wolfman taking a bit of damage here. Maybe it was fall damage. I don't see a team around him, so not necessarily anything he has to worry about. But like I said, we are getting into our second of 3 matches for our Lobby B. And we'll see these players duke it out. 80 players remain already. So it looks like 10 were already eliminated. You see Hawkosaurus Rex. He's going to join him here in a second. If he's not too careful about it, or if his teammates aren't too careful about it, because Pringle, Nexus, and Zinzi are looking around the map here. Shotgun in hand for Kringle. Hopping zipline to zipline, and we'll see exactly what this team has in store for us. Jumping down on the box here. And Zinzi, what a shot from him. Looking to get into this box here, looking to eliminate this player, and eventually his teammates will clean it up for him. That medkit will be popped by Zinzi here in a second. A good set of eliminations for him already. Squad finding some early success in this match, and that's what you want to see from these squads. You want to see these teams succeeding at their locations, being able to eliminate these teams that can test them quickly so that they can dominate these squads, so that they can hold them as their own, and that's exactly what 27 Rice wants to do. And he will find an elimination quickly with that shotgun, just being Gary, being dropped. And now 27 Rice still looking to continue his reign of dominance. He needs to pop that reload on the shotgun though. Switching to the SMG, now has to reload both. And it's Elite Colossus and J-Man that are stuck in this situation. And 27 Rice is just hopping in here. He wants to get aggressive. He doesn't want to let these players survive. You see Colossus taking some damage. And 27 Rice is going to spray through this wall. Has an SMG to play with. Finally gets the piece control. Now looks for the second elimination. And he does it all himself. 27 Rice goes in, finds these eliminations, and does exactly what I was talking about. Finding a location that you can dominate, that you can call your own, and that you can prove yourself at constantly at the start of these matches is so important to have. Being able to do something like that, controlling a part of the map to call your own, where you can eventually have a safe drop where teams fear you and your squad. You no longer want to drop at the same location as you. It's exactly what just happened for 27 Rice. He's going to strike fear into those players that decide to contest him again. And they'll have that always in the back of their minds. If they do decide to go to that location, they can be dominated in such fashion. On the other side, though, we have Aaron Noodles, Esta, and Tweaks. We need to rotate in from zone here. We're just hopping along this zip line. It's a straight path, though, and a snipe shot could come through, and they could be quickly eliminated as a result if they're not too careful. The Esta eventually going to be dropping down here, but like I said, that snipe shot comes through, does so much damage, and you can really be put in a difficult position now. Look at all this health that's lost from Esta. They have to rotate up the zipline once again, and the zipline's such a straight path, and you can easily be eliminated off of them, and that's exactly what could happen to Tweaks if he's not too careful. Zone could be the eliminator, but luckily Tweaks has that airbending ability, 2 HP remaining, just needs to pop these shields, but again, that airbending ability, you can go up any terrain, you can traverse it so easily, and as a result, Tweaks will survive, and that might be the only reason he survives in this situation. 2 HP and a dream. Taking a look back at the map here, though. Back to Snooty Steeps, where we have another team yet contesting broken titles. They've joined in on this location as well, and Titles has to be careful, jumps in the building. Players behind him trying to evade, trying to play behind these boxes. Uses that right hand peek, not going to get does get the shot. What a chip of damage there, Titles. But eventually goes down. And 27 Rice, again, this player finds eliminations, finds openings for his squad. I think we're going to see a lot more of him in these matches as he continues to take out all these teams as Snooty Steeps, and it seems like yet another team trying to work in this location. I don't know why teams are rotating towards the edge of the map, trying to find maybe some more loot out of Snooty Steeps, but when you have a team like 27 Rice and his squad, I don't know if that's the best play. And Sizzles Clue and this assassin. They're going to start to work their way out of this location. Not looking to pressure them any longer. We'll see exactly what these squads have in store for us. Maybe some fights starting over here for Cambot Chicken and Lux. They spotted a squad in front of them, and Lux has to be careful. Shots from behind him. I'm not sure if he recognizes where they're coming from just yet. But they weren't from the team in front of him, and he's got to be careful rotating out in the open here. Shots will come his way. I think that's Gravitas. And Drixie in front of him. And just the duo themselves, they're going to have to rotate out here. They don't want this aggression too early. And second zone will start to rotate in. So teams around this area, pretty central on the map. Don't really have to worry about zone too much. I mean, just on the edge of it here, but not too far to rotate if you are just outside of it. It looks like Gravitas, Drixie, they want to get a little bit more central. They don't want to have to rotate the entire game. And that's a great strategy to have. Putting yourself in a better position to win these matches, not trying to fight on the edge of zone like so many of these teams do. Foxy JJ, Superstar, and Easy FV. They might be looking for some heavy aggression here onto Justin. It looks like Foxy JJ wants this elimination. He finds a crack in shield, and you'll see him start to move in for this fight, pressuring them further. Justin put in a difficult situation here now, forced to back off. Foxy JJ finding another bit of chip damage. Superstar looking to finish him off, and he will. Great few eliminations to find there. That mythic AR is just so powerful. The shot rate on it, plus the damage, is just so good for these squads. And you'll see Superstar. Woo! Through the bush? How did he spot him out? I'm not sure. Maybe there's a glint of a sniper. I couldn't tell on my side, but that's insane. Superstar now rotating in here, getting tagged through the bush. Again, the man rotates off here, but Adrian not going to look like he's in much of a good spot anymore. Or Vedrum, not in a good spot anymore. And he will be dropped. Again, the man also going to be taken out. And Deadshot Cora, really the only player that remains for this squad now. And another bush to be found. We'll see if Foxy JJ actually spots this out. I mean, definitely aware of the possibility. Deadshot Core, there's no way they take a shot here. No reason to at this point. Your teammates have been eliminated. There's nothing you could do. 70 HP. You just got to play the patience game at this point. Superstar, he might shoot in this bush no matter what. It doesn't look like it's on his mind. Foxy JJ, similar approach, just deciding to rotate off here. And looks like Deadshot Cora will live to see another day. Take another look at some of these other players. RWX, Wolf, Squidzer. To be up against some of these other players, looks like they're stacked on top of each other almost, maybe in a build fight scenario. And RWX looking to get aggressive here, dropping down onto a player. Finds a little bit of damage, but has to be careful from above. Finds a shield crack there as well. Squidzer fighting alongside him. Bringing out from the sides here. Wolf finding some edits as well and dropping down. And finds some damage. Good shots coming off. Now looking to find the finish on this player. Dropping onto his box. And finds the damage. What good piece control from Wolf there. He notices the player's going to drop, and he knows just how to play it. Replaces the wall and able to find that damage. Wolf, such a strategic player in that moment, and good elimination to be found. Switch over to Lucid FV, who doesn't look like he's in the best of situations. An awesome DDT, and Jack are also eliminated alongside him. It looks like Slop Time, 0 strikes, and forever by the squad to do it. And they'll continue on in this match. They'll get a refresh to loot here, and it's exactly what you want. You want to get that medal up early on, and if you can get a little bit of a refresh to help you do so, it can certainly put you in front in this game. The shot here, not going to be able to do so. misses his chance. Slop not going to be able to get that shot down range, and what could have been a great opening for this squad turns a little bit sideways. But take a look at the map here. See exactly what teams are around this location. Clue has actually gone down. It's all in the sizzles now. Trying to land a snipe shot here. Superstar was the player to take him out, and not a player that you want to be going up against as a solo. Eventually they'll rotate out, but again, Sizzles, they'll just go for the card straight away. Not really a reason not to. They leave his loot a little bit open, and as a result, Sizzles can take full advantage of that. Maybe look for that reboot later on. Easy FV though. Superstar, Foxy JJ, yet to find another elimination. There we go. 9 for them total. More eliminations going down. Not Lou, Gage, Slats. Find a bit of damage here, not Lou. Will eventually finish off that player. We'll see what more they can do here. That's forever that they dropped. Gage and Slats still looking around here. Sizzles, that solo from before. He might get rolled up on now. It's Lou. Jumps over the builds here. Searching around this location, doesn't spot anybody straight away. They might get pressured from a little bit behind here. You can see shots coming out onto these players. Maybe the players that took the rift. Squids are in a fight here, it looks, with Wolf and RWX. Squids are taking it very low. Has to be careful about peeking out here. Box is up. Now survives, but his teammates are going in here. RWX very low on HP. Wolf, it's his turn to put some aggressive plays on these teams. Throws down a banana for his teammate to heal up with. Maybe some minis to boot as well. Shots coming out, but nothing really landing right now. You have to be careful of Condog Sage to their right. And they'll control this location for now. Maybe a player being chased down here. Superstar, Foxy JJ, easy FE. This is not the team you want to be after you. They've been dominant throughout these matches so far, and they're looking to bring their tally to double digits of eliminations. And what other way would you have it? Trying to find this elimination. Eventually, Zero Strike is taken out. The remaining players from his squad are eliminated, bringing their tally to Hello and welcome back to the third and final match of our Lobby B Regionals Fortnite for the day. And we're excited to get started here once again, or for our final time. This will be our final match of the day in general. All matches will be completed after this until next week. So stay tuned for the outcome now. But we'll take a look at some of these teams who are fighting off the bat here. And it looks like Shred Cheese, Hawkosaurus Rex, and Void Monkey might be in some trouble being chased down here. 1 HP on Hawkosaurus. No builds to really be placed here. No weapons on the inventory either. Nothing really to play with. And it looks like they are just being jumped, bombarded by these players outside. Eventually, some shields will be popped. But they have to be careful here. This green team actually just deciding to rotate off here, not really looking for the fight any longer, maybe scared that these players were able to pick up some loot inside here and will be able to overwhelm them. But for now, they will survive. Taking a look over here towards Justin, Condog, Sage, our game 2 winners. We're looking to repeat that success here. Find a bit of damage. Shield not cracked yet, but Sage, look at that loot already. A purple shotgun, a blue SMG to work with. Gotta be careful though, not a lot of mats to work with here, so jumping into a fight could be risky, especially when you could be overwhelmed. And if your teammates aren't with you. So for now, they'll just pressure the team off below them, claim this location as their own, and move forward from it. Maybe Killer Boss actually might find some damage out here if he isn't too careful about it. Volta Gojo and Zappo have to be careful of Lucid. Another team rotating into this location. They were pushed out of their own earlier. Volta Gojo looks to be rotating off here. Doesn't want any part of this fight. Zappo, on the other hand, has a sniper to work with and is looking just for any opportunity to find an angle. Throwing maybe shockwaves at the enemy team. A little bit of a different strategy there. Maybe originally trying to throw some clingers. Actually wastes a bit of his rotations as a result. Zappo cracked in shields now. Misplay leads to his demise, and Zappo brought down. Killer Boss starting to rotate out now. Has those wind-bending abilities really to get him out of these low fights. And again, traversing any terrain with them. You can basically go vertical up that mountain. And as a result, he's able to make it up top.
Good job, guys.
Small Monkey, though. We saw them have a decently successful game as Ryzen was able to survive for them, but it looks like it's going to be the same story over and over again. Actually, this time, Ryzen not going to survive from it. Engage, Slats, and Not Lou are able to take them down. 3 eliminations for Gage, and looks like he's the spearhead of this team, able to find those quickly. Still shockwaves on the inventory of this player as well. Those endgame rotates will come in handy. See him start to pop some of these medkits and farm up some of these heals. See a little bit of a different pacing from this lobby compared to our earlier one. A lot of teams aggressing early on, but it seems like some of these players just choosing to play more of this passive playstyle, and you really can't fault either side. It's all about how confident you are in taking fights and whatever your playstyle more matches to. Again, Foxy JJ, this is a pretty tough squad to face off against early in this match. Looks like Superstar, he wants to get in on some of these fights. He doesn't know exactly where these players are, but he's bound to find them at some point, farming down into the same building, in the same room as one of them. See again. Superstar will eventually find out this player, sees the feed of him, and will chase him back into another room. Jumps above him with that airbending ability, and now it's just a matter of time, it seems. And yes, Superstar will capitalize on that and take down that opponent. Like I said, this isn't a squad that you want to face off against too early in this match, and it seems like that's the case for them at the moment. And it seems like Superstar, actually, his teammate, Foxy JJ, getting damaged quite a bit, but Superstar hasn't taken a lick of it and will eventually find the elimination. A player that was just sitting maybe AFK, having some technical difficulties, is eventually going to be taken out, and Foxy JJ, Superstar, will take down Elite Jackie Wacky and that squad. Some more fights going on around the map, and we'll see if we can cover some of them. Seems like Sizzles, Bash, they're in a tricky situation now. Bash left all alone, and seems to be the case when one player remains. They try to get out of dodge, trying to rotate to different locations, trying to put some space in between themselves and the enemy team. They no longer look for these fights. They no longer look to aggress. Instead, it's all about getting away, all about escaping. See Bash using this airbending ability to just go all the way up the mountain and stay away from this team. He knows he has that launch pad to play with. Sizzles was brought down, Clue as well, but maybe he can get their cards later on if he plays his time. Maybe some other players looking for a fight here. Justin, Condog, Sage. Almost to be chasing down one of these opponents. Maybe just looking for some loot instead. But a player above or ahead of them, and it was Killer Boss that I thought they were chasing down. But for now, he will survive. Maybe some fights going on the train, though. Yuji brought down Tron. Going huge, though. Tron takes out RWX, Wolf, and Squidzer. Takes out all three players. A 1v3 scenario for Tron, and he's able to do it all himself. What a fury of eliminations for this player. Nudging nearby, just being Gary, Colossus, a duo in this match, similar to Tron and Yuji. For now, they will survive. They won't be spotted out just yet. But Zone coming in. We'll see exactly where it rotates to. Where we're going to be pushed for our final few zones of this match. Final few zones of the stream today. But Justin, Condog, and Sage looking around the map here. Looking to repeat what they had done prior. Taking out some of these AI. Refresh of the loot. There's a little bit more to work with. Maybe some fights going on here for Gravitas. For Drixie. As they look it onto Sahari. And Awkwards. Looks like Drixie's able to find the damage onto one. So Pipe and Rocks, or Pip and Rocks, will go down. Now Drixie, though, taking some damage themselves. We'll see these players start to drop onto their walls. And players coming from all sides now. Gravitas, the only player remaining, looking to avenge his teammate. But will he be able to do so? Will he be able to stay alive in this match? He will not. And Awkwards finds that elimination. Eliminates the duo and keeps his teammates alive and kicking Zahari. Now Awkwards have done well. They stay alive. Another team maybe going on top of them, maybe looking for a fight of their own, and this is an awkward situation for this team. And we'll see if this squad can really come out of it alive. Fedver Ballin, Clicks, and Gator Fight Club sitting above this team. They're just going to be looking at elsewhere, actually. At Air and Noodles. Ooh, and a nice shot from Gator Fight Club. Not a ton of damage, but definitely a good chip. Tweaks, Air, Noodles, and Esta are looking to get aggressive here, though. And Clicks will go down, actually. Gator Fight Club's now going to rotate out. Fedber Ball and uses the car to do so. And even with one elimination, these players are leaving the fight. They don't want to take it any longer, and it's just about surviving at this point. It's like a lot of players are joining us down at the southern portion of the map. 27 Rice, he had a big match in the previous, and he's looking to continue that here. 3 eliminations already, 5 for his team. It looks like Adrian Might have bitten off more than he could chew, jumping into this fight and taken out. Now it's on to Noah. It's on to Rice. They're above these players. They have the high ground to work with, but I don't know if that's going to be enough in this situation. It looks like Noah's actually deciding to rotate out here. Rice still looking to put some pressure onto these players, and actually a player jumping directly on him. Rice. It's a nice tag. Might be able to jump in on this player, and for now, popping that banana to stay alive. They've separated a team, a player from this squad, and as a result, Not Lou is going to be taken out. Yeah, Gage, Slats. They rotate out. They can see their teammate from the zone, but there's not much they can do about it at this point, other than hold outside of zone. Damage being dealt. Noah gonna trade it back though. Slats there to support. Has those chug splashes to use as well. And again, looking for this damage as players rotate in. Noah.
Good job, guys. We still got more games to go.
Well, everybody's trying to go, 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 go. Bye, bye, Seaman. I got one. What the flip? You guys!
Didn't you have a mouse too?
Teamers! They're teamers!
Hey, and boy.
They're teamers!
Where'd you place? It says 20. 20.
Because they were teamers. We got one.
It's a good effort, guys. We still got more games to go. Keep practicing.